Okay. So have you noted down the syllabus? May I rub it? Material, metal and non-metal, synthetic fiber and plastic, chemical effects of electric current. This is only from the chemistry. There also be the chapters from biology and also from the physics. Okay. Okay. So continue with the exercise. Question number 1 is the fill in the blanks type. So I am discussing for that type of question. Suppose the 1A is there, that is the most liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of dash, dash and dash. So you have to make correct all these 3 words to give to get the marks, because as it is an online exam, there is no half marks or part marking will be there. If you made the fully correct answer, you will be awarded with the marks. Okay. So question number 1A. 1A, most liquid that conduct electricity are solution of dash, dash and dash. So in solutions where the free ions are present, it will be responsible for conduction of the electricity. So here the 3 substances or materials are there which conduct electricity. What are these? So in the blank it would be the acids, bases and salts. Okay, but it should be dissociated into parts. Some organic salts which is loosely dissociated, there the conduction capacity will be very negligible. Number B, the passage of an electric current through a solution causes dash effect. Very simple, chemical effects. Number C, if you pass current through the copper sulfate solution, copper gets deposited on the plate connected to the dash terminal of the battery. Is it positive or negative? Onnoy? Yes, now there is some conceptual problem. The anode is connected with the positive terminal of the battery and the cathode is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, now in the cathode it will be deposited. So where the cathode is connected, just read the questions. On the plate connected to the dash terminal of the battery. Yes, it is negative. It is negative. Number D is the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. Completed these 3 fill in the blanks? Yes, completed. Now coming to the question number 2. So question number 2, study the question. When the free ends of a tester are dipped into a solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection. Can you explain the reason? Now here you have to be assumed that there is a circuit where a tester is there to complete the circuit. Okay, and when the tester will be dipped in the solution, suppose maybe the diagram may be like that. This is the battery is there. There might be the solution and in one end there would be the tester. There would be the tester. This will be the solution. Now magnetic needle also be there. So there is a magnetic needle. Okay, now this is the tester. You have to make a diagrammatic picture of that kind. Here is the solution. Now when this tester is dipped into the solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection. So the solution is conductive in nature and also the tester is conductive because there are free ends and it can conduct electricity. So as the circuit completes, the magnetic needle shows deflection. So your answer will be when the free ends of the tester are dipped into a solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection because the circuit get completed. And tester is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so write it down. Question number 2, the magnetic needle shows deflection because the circuit completed when tester is dipped into the solution. We know tester is a good conductor of electricity. It is not that you have to recap this sentence only, you may explain in the different ways. So the magnetic needle shows deflection because the circuit completed when tester dipped into the solution, full stop. We know tester is a good conductor of electricity. Completed. Image is not clear. Just let me check. Here image is clear, but there are some drawbacks maybe due to the light effect. Here is the battery, this is the conductive wire, in the last end there is the tester, there is the magnetic needle, and there is the conductive wire, and this is another end of the electrode. This is one electrode, this is one electrode. Okay, here circuit is not required. Number 3, name 3 liquids which when tested in the manner shown in the figure 14.9 may cause the magnetic needle to deflect. Okay, so in the first questions you have answered the solution which conduct electricity is the solution of acid, base and salt. So there might be some example from the nature. So first of all, it is groundwater or tap water, anything it might be. And next one, that is the lemon juice, the vinegar. These are maybe the example of such kind. So question number 3, the liquids are groundwater or tap water, lemon juice, vinegar, etc. 3 examples: tap water, lemon juice, vinegar. Clear? Yes, when the tester are dipped into a solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection. Yes, the tester means here one electrode, here no screwdriver is there. My picture is looking like that, but if I make, yes, now it would be there, because screwdriver is not working as a conductor. It is a very weak conductor of that. Okay, so tester means some conductive wire or etc. Yes, this might be another one explanation, that when the solution is dissociated, but I think the solution is dissociated in its form, but when the circuit completes, that is the battery, the magnetic needle, and this conductive wire is sometime, if it is not connected or not touched or not dipped in that, then the circuit will not complete. So in that case it might be the reason. And if here the solution is not mentioned, because if the solution do not conduct electricity, then the overall setup will be diminished. So here the solution is conductive, but any kind of tester, that means two ends are not connected with the solution, I think. Okay, number 3, number 4. Maybe your network problem. Repeat 3. The liquids are tap water, you may write groundwater also, lemon juice, vinegar. Any more examples? Which conduct electricity? That the solutions of some acids, solution of some bases. Specifically, you may name the aqueous solution of sulfuric acid, aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, etc. Copper sulfate solution, yes, you may also write it. Okay. Number 4. Read the statement of the question number 4. The bulb does not glow in the setup shown in figure 14.10. List the possible reason, explain your answer. Okay, so we can see that there the batteries, the two terminals which is dipped into the solution, and a bulb is there. Now here in place of magnetic needle there is only the bulb. Okay, now the reason may be, first of all, the solution may not be conductive, or the conductive wire is not conductive in nature. It is made up of some insulators. Okay. The answer number for the question number 3 is that the liquids are tap water, lemon juice, vinegar, copper sulfate solution, etc. Okay, now I am rubbing question answer number 2. Number 4. What would be the possible reason? Number 1, that is the solution is non-conductive towards electricity. Non-conductive to electricity. Number 2 might be the wires is non-conductive, or okay, the wires is non-conductive. Number 3, the energy produced or electricity, the energy or electricity, you will write the electricity produced is not sufficient to glow the bulb. And some more reasons, maybe it is loosely connected, etc. These might be the reason. Now the solution is non-conductive to electricity, that means it is made up of the non-dissociated compounds. The wires is non-conductive, so that the circuit will not complete. The electricity produced is not sufficient to glow the bulb, because there is the electricity generated from the chemical cell is not sufficient to glow the bulb, because the bulb may be of higher wattage. Okay, so these might be the reason. And also it is not so important, loose connection at the end of the battery. At the end of the battery, or the battery may be already used or exhausted, the charge of the battery is exhausted, whatever might be. This is number 4. Any more reason? Loose connection at the joints, yes, it might be. And also the battery use may be exhausted, it also may be one reason. Okay. Now coming to question number 5. A tester is used to check the conduction of electricity through two liquids. Now here just check that the tester, okay, now here the tester is used to check the fluency of the light as its glowing capacity. Here also in question number 2 the tester is used here. Okay, so tester, that means there is the capacity to glow. The tester is used to check the conduction of electricity through two liquids labeled A and B. It is found that the bulb of the tester glows brightly for liquid A, while it glows very dimly for liquid B. You would conclude that 4 options are there. Liquid A is the better conductor than liquid B. Now what is the relation? That means the glowing of the bulb directly proportional to the energy generated or the electricity generated from the solution, or the conduction capacity of the solution. Okay, so whatever the conduction capacity will be, it will glow in the more efficient way, or in the more glowy nature will be there. So in case A, as it is glowing with a bright light, whereas in case of B it is dim. So we can conclude that A is the better conductor than B. Now find out the options. The liquid A is the better conductor than liquid B. Okay, so question number 5, the option A or 1 will be the correct. And when you will give your answer in that type of question, in the multiple choice question, in the pen and paper type, then you will mention the title, that the lines, because it would be easier to understand what is the statement there. So you will write liquid A is better conductor than B. Liquid A is better conductor than B. Clear? Now question number 6. Completed up to question number 5. Question number 5 completed. Yes, it might be because the conduction capacity is also related with the dilution. As for the weak acids, as it diluted, maybe its number of cations or anions will be increasing. So for that type of case, here it also might be that it may glows brightly or it may be dimly. But here in the broad respect, it will be one good conductor and one bad conductor. Clear? Number 6, does pure water conduct electricity? Obviously no. Why? Because there is no soluble salts in it, or no impurities in it. So pure water does not conduct electricity because no soluble salt or impurities are there. And in the next question number second part, what can we do to make it conducting? We can add some soluble salts. Obviously it will be conducting, that it will produce cations and anions. We can add some soluble salts, very little amount of acid or base. Okay, so question number 6 completed. Is there any class after that? 8 o'clock? Is there any class after that class? Okay, so I will continue. Okay, so repeating question number 6, first part, pure water does not conduct electricity because no soluble salts or impurities are there. No soluble salts or impurities are there. It is for the first part. Udit. Pure water does not conduct electricity because no soluble salts or impurities are there. No soluble salts or impurities are there. In the second part, we can add some soluble salts, very little amount of acids or bases to make pure water conductive. Full stop. Completed. Question number 5.1. Question number 5.1. A is the better conductor than liquid B. Okay, now come to question number 7. In case of a fire, because the firemen use the water hoses, they shut off the main electric supply of the area. Explain why they do this. So you can easily understood what is the reason behind it. So question number 7. So I am rubbing first part. Question number 7 answer. So the explanation will be the water may be conductive in nature because the water used are normal water. Sometimes it is from the pond, sometimes it is from the well, and sometimes it may be from the river. Okay, so as there may be some soluble salts present, and in presence of that type of ion, the water can conduct electricity. So the flow of water can work as a conductive towards electricity. So here the power cut will be there when there is a fire. Okay, so we will write it in that manner. The water used to extinguish the fire is normal water. Normal water, that is water from ponds, river, etc. Full stop. Due to presence of some salts, the water can conduct electricity. Due to presence of some salts, the water can conduct electricity. So to avoid any kind of accident, electric supply of the area cutted off. I am repeating, just those who are having problem to see. The water used to extinguish the fire is normal water, or normal water, that is water from ponds, river, etc. Due to presence of some salts, the water can conduct electricity. So to avoid any kind of accident, electric supply of the area cutted off. Completed. Question number 7. Question number 7 completed. Replied. Okay. So up to question number 7 was discussed today. Next day it would be the from 8 to 12. Okay. Electric supply of the area. Electric supply of the area cutted off. Electric supply of the area cutted off or cut off. Clear? Next day from 8 to 12. You may try these questions to read. Okay.